Now, with where you're at in your journey, have you started dating
I was
since?
wondering if this question was going to come up.
Yeah,
A little,
a little.
yeah.
How's that going?
It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's hard because first of all, I'm like trying to figure out who I am now.
Again. Yeah.
I'm a widow. I'm not a divorcee. I'm not. It's different, right?
Sure.
And it's funny because if like a guy is interested and we'll be talking, let's say, and they'll be like, so like you have your kids every weekend. I'm like,
Yeah, I can't pass them off anybody.
yeah. Every day.
day. Yeah.
It's yours too.
Yeah.
So I'm still trying to figure it out. It's interesting to navigate.
Sure.
But I don't think that I'm meant to be alone. I think that we're, God made us to have a partner. And so, I'm open to it, but I also, realize just how important it is, whoever I do bring into my life, eventually when kids get involved, like it's a big deal.
Oh, absolutely.
Like my kids, and
Yeah.
my kids crave attention from males, crave it. It's like soccer games. My kids are always trying to play with the dads. And it's like, it's sad for me because I know what's happening. So, I'm trying to really be careful with who I introduce them to or who I will introduce them to. But I know that they need some sort of male figures in their life. So
Have you ever brought them up here to the club? Let them run around up here?
I have a while back. I know, but actually way before all you guys joined.
Yeah.
Maybe I should bring them up now because there's way more people.
How long have you been up here?
So I started recording my podcast last summer and then I like officially joined in the fall. But yeah, you're right. I should bring them
So
up
we're
here.
not too far off. I was in October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're not.
So, yeah, no, I bring my boys up here all the time to run around. They love
Do you?
the pickleball court and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And they run. There was one night it was just me and Corey up here, and the
Boys
boys,
running around.
yeah, just going nuts. Like, sweet.
My kids, so my youngest is 4. They can, they like that, that Jenga set we get. We have that's everywhere. When they come, like all the ping pong balls. I'm like, I feel
That's
like I
fun.
should probably buy a pack of ping pong balls because who knows where my kids have put them. But yeah, so dating's well, I'm open to it and just gonna see how things play out. But yeah.
What do you think the biggest misconception is about being a parent? What's like one thing you wish people
Golly. The biggest misconception. Wow. Think about that. I don't know what people think about single parents.
Yeah.
Because
I guess
it's
that's a question for you too. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
honestly, I mean, I don't really know. I haven't had anybody ask me or say
Totally.
anything or make a comment, but I know, like on my side, I know that there's times where I think Melissa doesn't realize, like, because she has a partner.
this is your ex.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
I don't, and she has that person and family here to fall back on. I don't have anyone.
Oh, family and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, like her parents and her
Yeah, yeah.
are all here. I don't have any of that
Right.
here.
Totally.
So it is like when I have the kids, it's all on my own and
Mhm.
things like that. I know, the biggest for me, the biggest one is like when it comes to playing hockey. So I play hockey twice a week,
Okay.
and so having to get a babysitter, like the guys are like, "Oh, let's go grab drinks afterwards."
Yep.
I'm like, "I'm sorry, guys, I got to get home," and they're like, "Well, come on, you got a babysitter." I'm like,
You don't
Yeah.
get it.
"I'm like, no, yeah, but I'm not paying to go. I'm already paying more to play hockey
Yeah.
every night.
hmm
I'm not paying more to play hockey and then go drink beers or pay more to drink beers and have like,
Mhm.
no, I'm going home."
Mhm.
So
well, it's already late.
yeah,
Too.
well,
Yeah.
games are all
10
like
o'clock at
10
night.
o'clock at night, but yeah, I mean that's been one of the things, but I mean it's not easy, especially like with the support, and not having the full, like having somebody that I can truly count, like I'm not having a partner there, like, "Oh, hey, can you help me? Can you go grab the kids?" Or like
Right.
this. Like there's been times like I've had to call Melissa. I'm like, "Hey, I'm running late. Is there any
Yeah.
way you can go get counter?" And luckily, we have a good relationship like that
Mhm.
that we can help each other out. And she's done the same thing with me,
Mhm.
but she doesn't have to do it as often because she does have her boyfriend Dalton.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine like I get my kid. I have every couple days off.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't know how being solo parent 24/7.
Yeah.
How you do it. That's
Yeah. It's interesting. And it's funny because a lot of widows will say, like, there's single parenting and there's solo parenting. And like you said it, it's solo parenting. And
yeah. I'm single parenting.
right.
You're solo.
Solo parenting. So, and it's interesting. I'm glad you said that because it is true. Like, I'll be at events, even up here. And Scott's like, come on, stay. Let's have, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I
just
want to
last
stay.
week. You're like, yeah,
Exactly.
No, I gotta go. I'm like, oh, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm paying a babysitter. Like, every time I'm away from the home, every single moment, unless my kids are at school, I am paying somebody every moment. And so-
$20 an hour.
$20 an hour. And that's even like
Cheap.
Yeah.
I hope none of the babysitters are listening.
No, I mean,
Jack the rates. Up.
I got
Yeah.
no. I've got a great babysitter. She's amazing. She's
Yeah.
an ex-teacher for
Yeah.
at the school that they went to, and the boys love her. Like, there's times I'll pick the boys up. They're like, "Dad, are you leaving?" I'm like,
No. Yeah.
Well, we want Miss Megan to come and watch us. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, no, I'm watching you tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, no, Dad, leave. I'm like, we want Miss Megan. I'm like,
Well, too bad.
sorry.
Deal with it.
Do you have $20 an hour? You gotta
Exactly.
pay that bill?
It's a lot.
Adds up.
And
Oh, yeah.
the other thing too is like holidays. This is not like a poor me thing, but like events, holidays, like we don't get invited to stuff. Like like events we used to go to, family barbecue, like we don't get invited to that stuff anymore.
Really?
Really?
Really.
Why is that, you think?
I don't know, just families all do, like my neighbor, we have some neighbors across the street, they'll invite us to stuff, which is great. And then my girlfriend Joanna, but other than that, not really. And so it's interesting because, Kyle and I aren't a couple anymore. Like I definitely don't get invited to things, which is fine. But
By like his friends? Like,
just in general, anything with a couple,
gotcha.
right? Anything with a couple or a family.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's interesting. And that's common.
It is weird.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't think, yeah. Huh. Yeah, no, I've had friends choose sides.
Yeah.
And I personally don't think that's right either.
Right.
Like, you were friends with both of us. We're just not together anymore. You can still be friends. I'm not
Yeah.
asking you to choose a side.
Totally.
But yeah, no, I've seen that. But I haven't, like, I don't know. I haven't had anything where I haven't been invited to.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
that's
I just feel like
unfortunate.
things
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that makes me sad.
stopped.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. Like I said, Joanna invites us to her stuff.
Yeah.
And my parents come up. So, and actually my sister-in-law, Kyle's brother's wife and niece are coming next weekend.
So are you still close with his family? I would imagine.
Parts of his family, yes. Yeah. Yeah. That his brother and his brother's wife and those kids stay in contact with us pretty regularly. So
What about his parents?
that's good. Yeah.
No?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're like in their 80s, in
Gotcha.
Dillon, Montana, and dealing with their own, health stuff.
Gotcha.
Sure.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Well, Kira, this has been amazing having you in here, hearing your story. It's inspirational. I thank you so much for your time today.
yeah. Thank you for having me on.
Anything else you want to talk about before we let you go?
No, just don't ever take any day for granted.
Yeah.
Live life today because you just never know.
Well, we like to end the show with one last little game, one last question, catch the surprise. It's called the Tombstone Game.
Okay.
Here
I'm
lies,
nervous.
here lies Kira. What's it say on your tombstone?
Wow. No, it doesn't say wow. That's my reaction. Wow. Oh my goodness. What does it say on my tombstone? Jeez. If that's not triggering.
Yeah,
A
it's-
little,
Let me think about that. Golly. I don't know. You guys. What are you gonna have on your tombstones?
yeah. We've been asked that
yeah, yeah,
before.
we actually, the first,
Yeah,
the first
the
time
other
was
when we had my wife and his
just
ex-wife in here.
a
They're
couple
like,
weeks ago.
You guys tell us what's on yours, and I'm like, oh
Yeah.
fuck, no one's ever asked us. No one's ever thrown it back at us before.
Yeah.
Um,
Loyal friend, husband, partner, and someone that could always be counted on.
What did I say? 'Cause it might have changed by now.
Murph, we need you.
Yeah, Murph pulled back up. Loyal, hardworking, was always there when you needed him.
Mm-hmm.
Beloved father and husband.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. I guess hopefully wife, mother, loving, caring, positive. I don't know. That's a hard one, you guys.
Think about it and get back to us.
Yeah, that's another one I'll get back
Or
to.
next
you on.
time we have you on, we
Exactly.
can, you'll come a little more prepared.
For sure. Yeah, I'll know.
So,
Sure.
You won't be caught by surprise.
Yeah.
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 Well, thank you so much again.
Yes,
This
of
was really
course.
great.
Thank
I
you
really
for having me
appreciate you.
on.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning into the show. Please click that subscribe button if you haven't already. That would help us out a ton. Click that like button as well. Comment what you thought below, and we will see you next time.